Hello,
I'm
everybody.
Jesse.
I'm Joey.
I'm JJ.
I'm
Jay
Jack.
is here.
I'm Jake.
And I'm Jamie, and
And
welcome to It's Time
Family
Matters.
Yes, good afternoon. And our topic for today is
Spiritual growth as a
spiritual-
family.
Yes, as a family. What do we do to grow spiritually as a family?
Yeah, well, there are a lot of things we do every day when we wake up, but we're gonna be discussing each of them one by one. So the first thing we're gonna be discussing is the daily
Daily Mass.
mass.
Which
Daily Mass. So,
this is something we do at around 6 a.m. 6:30
Yeah, 'cause that's
a.m.
a schedule.
the
for-
schedule here is 6:30 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a challenge at first because we only started that this year in 2024, and we thought it was a good time to, because our schedule is always like in the afternoon, right? Your
Yeah,
classes
okay.
are in the evening and we work from home. So we really have the time to hear mass in the morning. It's just that we have gotten so used to our schedule of sleeping late and waking up late.
So we usually sleep at 12 midnight.
Not just, even like 1 a.m., 2 a.m.
Maybe,
We know that it
yeah,
has
2
been our
a.m.
schedule
and-
for the longest time. And in 2019, we started the daily rosary, right? And
Yes.
this year, we thought, why not we start a new practice, which is the daily mass. So again, it's a challenge. It's not easy at first, but if you really want to grow spiritually, then mass is the highest form of worship. And also, you get to take or receive the Holy Eucharist, which is for me or for us, gives us the greatest blessing, no? Taking Jesus personally every single day.
Yeah.
Yes. So, guys, what do you think? You know, when we first started doing the daily mass, what were the challenges that you experienced?
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when we were trying to decide whether or not to do mass, we had a very long argument. I think it lasted until 1 a.m. because we were thinking of how we're going to wake up every day at 6 a.m. because usually we wake up at 12
Yes.
noon.
But then,
But
okay,
then-
so that's
but then-
it. The challenge was really just waking up.
Yeah.
And so feeling groggy during the mass. But then, of course, have gotten used to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh no,
now
I
it's
got
okay.
used to it immediately.
Yes.
I enjoy the daily mass.
So what do
I'm
you?
looking forward to it. It's just that I can't wake up. I don't tend to wake up early, but every time I'm at mass, I really like enjoying Father says his homilies.
I think it helped that Father says he was a good priest. I mean,
Yeah,
he's really
yeah.
good in his homilies, so it's not really that boring. I think
Yeah.
no, it helped a bit. So, what have you learned from us doing the daily mass?
Oh yeah. What I noticed from us doing this day and night is that the way that this mass is operated is kind of different from the usual Sunday mass that we do. Like there are some different
Practices.
practices there, like what's that prayer? The prayer after
We
the-
kneel before the
Misa
consecration.
Lecta or something.
Ah, yeah.
Before the
The
offertory.
offertory.
This is
Yeah.
specific to our church.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then there's also that.
There is
practice where every
Latin.
time
Latin.
Yeah.
There's a Latin prayer
Latin
every
prayer.
Saturday. Every
Every Saturday,
Saturday, there's a
it's
Latin
Yes,
prayer.
Latin prayer.
And we receive the body of Christ exclusively by
Mouth.
mouth.
Mouth, not,
Yes.
not hands, by mouth.
Yeah.
So I think si Father Cese kasi, ano siya, very
Traditional.
traditional priest. And the way that he delivers his homilies, ang galing-galing talaga. We're able to understand the practices or the teachings of the Catholic Church. He's able to explain every little thing na Catholic practice.
Mhm.
And
It brought us a clear and deeper understanding of our Catholic faith,
yes.
our Catholic tradition,
Traditions.
and then the sacraments.
Yes. Kanina, ito the first time that I witnessed a host falling down.
On the-
No? So it
yeah.
fell down
Down.
and Father Cese the practice is the priest would pick it up and eat it.
Mhm.
So that's what he did. And Father says I even kissed the ground. And I felt like I wanted to cry also kasi
That's a reverence. Reverence
Yeah.
talaga yan.
yeah, it
Deep
felt different
reverence.
kasi
Yeah.
parang yes, we believe talaga that the host is Jesus.
Yes.
It's not just a representation of Jesus, it's really Jesus that we are taking in. It's his body and the wine is really the blood. So when he fell, it felt like you really have to, oh, I'm so sorry because I let you fall. Something like that. But so you see, it kind of gives us deeper meaning into what we practice as Catholics. Because usually people who leave the Catholic Church, they are really not aware of these things. They don't know the explanation. And there are things that really, a lot of things that we don't know as Catholics. And the thing is, all you have to do is just research about it or ask people who would know more about it, and don't leave. I mean, until you are enlightened about it, because yeah, just like what Father says, he enlightens us about a lot of things.
Yes.
What I also like about our daily mass is that because we have a parish that is dedicated to the Immaculate Conception, we now have a deeper understanding of Mama Mary's life,
Yeah.
and his homilies are more focused towards Our Lady and her
Yes.
Immaculate Conception, and why that is very integral to our faith as Catholics. And I'm really happy to understand more about Mama Mary's life. It's so intriguing. It's so full of understanding,
Yes.
wisdom, and history that I can't help but place myself in Mama Mary's shoes and follow through her life and experience Jesus through Mama Mary's experience.
Yeah, we all celebrate yung mga anniversaries or feast days of Mama Mary. And guys, don't you know that our anniversary is always on the Feast of the Immaculate Conception? Kasi December
December
8.
8.
December 8. And then we got married in Immaculate Conception in Cubao, and here in our parish, it's Immaculate Conception too. All right, what else? So Jamie, what do you think? What have you learned from the mass or anything that you'd like to add?
Well, I didn't really know the Bible, like I wasn't really connected to it. But then when we started doing Mass every day, I started to understand the life of
Yeah, the
Jesus
stories,
more.
yes.
Yeah, I also understood the Bible because I don't read the gospel every day.
Yeah,
But when
yeah.
we go there, it's like I get to hear all the readings and then connect them properly.
Yeah.
So now I hear all these fun, what do you call these fun parables of
Yes.
Jesus, and then we try to interpret it our own way. So that's the fun part about the Mass for me.
I also like the fact that Father Sessa's teachings, and I realized this that Father Sessa's teachings, he's already done them before from years ago. So, for example, when I joined the media team, he showed me that the homily for that day was the same one he did 4 years ago. So for him, it's his own understanding of the Bible, and he just kept on refining it over the years. And then that's why his speeches and his homilies are so good, because he understands it thoroughly and
Yeah.
just is re-explaining them, and it becomes even better and much more understandable for us.
Yeah,
And
and the reading maganda kasi did you know that when we started hearing mass, the schedule was that MWF, I think it's English, and then PPHS Tagalog.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So the Tagalog days, we had to reread the gospel for them when we come home or even before we go to mass so that they'd understand. So parang naging practice na rin sa kanila na they hear certain explanation about the homily or the gospel in Tagalog, but at least they understood the story. So yun ang nangyari, and it was a good practice for us for a time, and then ngayon switch na to everyday English reading. So now they understood. Kaya after hearing Mass, so we come home. So another practice is, so kanina daily Mass, right? When we come home, another practice that we do to improve or grow in our spiritual life is the daily discussion. It's the daily LOA. We call it LOA, it's law of attraction, but it's actually not really law of attraction, but it's the study of everything else. And we take LOA in connection with our faith. So LOA actually made us better Catholics because we're now connecting it with our faith, with our Catholic faith. So it's not really contradictory as others would say. So when we come home, first is we reread the gospel or the readings kung hindi naintindihan, and then we discuss some of the things, we hear each other's points of views, reflections, and then we do our LOA. So sa LOA naman, we have different gurus that we follow. So we have Neville Goddard, we have yung Joe Vitales, yung Bob Proctor, but we have some readings and then we discuss. And we also do our meditation, right? So what can you say, guys, during these discussions?
The discussions, we do the reading first, and then we do before the meditation we do the LOA reading first.
Yeah, and then we discuss, right?
Yeah, and then
Yes.
we discuss,
Don't
and
we read
then,
the
and then
gospel?
sometimes we do
Yeah, we do. We do
meditation.
the reading first, the gospel, and then we do the law of attraction, and then
Yes.
we do our meditation. So, how do you grow, guys, when we do these things?
Well, there.
How do you grow spiritually? How does it help you?
How does it help us grow?
Yeah.
Well, there.
Gives us character growth. We understand how to become better people through the way that we think. This isn't just about learning how to attract or anything. It's
Yeah, it's
bettering
really about
ourselves
that.
through how we're supposed to live through life. We're
Mhm.
supposed to, well, there are some law of attraction methods that teach us how to live day by day. There are also other methods that ask us to live in the future and then imagine ourselves in the future as if it's in the present. Then there are also other methods and tricks too that we should be doing. But all in all, it's about us. It's all about influencing how we're supposed to think and how we're supposed to live our lives so that we're happy in every moment. That way we can glorify God too.
Yeah.
For example, it does not mean anything. Like we're trying to
Put meaning.
we put so many meaning into very small problems,
Yes.
and so we in that moment we feel ungrateful and we feel angry with ourselves during that moment. But using it doesn't mean anything, we can sort of ignore it, put no meaning into it, like it's just there.
Just to explain, doesn't mean anything. Is like when you encounter like a scenario, like for example, there are these people like you talk to them and then afterwards you don't talk to them, you walk away and then all of a sudden they start laughing. You hear that.
So yeah,
And then you put
You put
meaning.
You instantly your mind, whether you like it or not, most of the time, you put meaning into that simple
Laughing.
action. It's
Like,
just a
you-
simple laughing.
Like you
Either you think they found you funny,
or they just find
they're
it
laughing
silly.
at you.
Yeah,
So they're instantly putting meaning into that, and it doesn't mean anything means is that you don't always have to put meaning into everything. They're laughing just because they're laughing.
yeah,
Put yourself into a neutral state.
Yes.
That way you can think rationally because your mind is very self-preserving. Immediately wants the best for you, so it goes to like, oh, they're laughing at you, so avoid them and stuff like that.
yeah.
But if you think to yourself it doesn't mean anything, you put yourself into a neutral mode and say, okay, they're laughing. So what does this mean? Now you're able to think much more clearly.
Mhm.
And this is what law of attraction is. Actually, yung law of attraction, if you can explain it, the definition,
Law of attraction in basic terms is like attracts like.
it starts with
At
a
first, the
thought
thought's what is thought.
whether
that thought is
negative
negative
or
positive,
positive.
the
That
thought
gives
gives
you
you
a
a certain feeling.
feeling,
And and whether negative or positive, that
Emits a certain
feeling of
vibration.
certain vibration, and then as little as 17 seconds, that
You attract
vibration
more
will attract
of the
another,
same.
like, vibration.
Alright, so yung it doesn't mean anything, it's like this. So you see a headline, MPAX cases, 10 cases of MPAX already. Of course, what immediately you'd feel the what? Fear, concern, worry, right? Because, oh my gosh, there's MPAX cases around us. And you're giving meaning to that fear, worry, concern. And those are all negative feelings.
Yes.
So, with the LOA practice that we do, we know that we will attract more of what we feel. And so, that's why we always practice positive feeling all the time. So, when you see a headline like that, and you see that on your feed all the time, you just say, doesn't mean anything. Because it really doesn't mean anything. There are 10 cases of MPAX and there are 150 million Filipinos. What will it do to you? If you are attracted, if you're focused on that, you might attract it more. So
Yeah.
why not just ignore it? And then, again, as I've said all the time, we're taking taking LOA in connection with our faith, and our faith says, God is our healer, we are the children of God, and our immune system is a gift from God, it's strong, and it's, we were made in His image and likeness, so you will not attract sickness if you are not focused on sickness. You will only attract health if you are focused on health. So, I think it goes hand in hand with the teachings that we are doing, and teaching our kids. And we want them to always have same mindset like that, it doesn't mean anything. And if they are like bullied or people are reacting differently, then we should be neutral about things. So that we'll always maintain a positive attitude, positivity all the time. And how do we achieve that? Being positive all the time. I make you what?
Do the
Do the
grateful things. Gratitude.
yes, the gratitude journal. Can you say something about that gratitude
Gratitude
journal,
journal.
Jamie?
So basically, every day, my
Yeah,
mom doesn't tell us, but we
Yeah,
get
because
our
you're used so used to
Yeah,
it
yeah.
already. I don't have to tell you.
So basically, we just get our notebooks and write 5 things we are grateful for today.
Yes. And what does it do to you when you do that?
It makes us become more grateful to the littlest things.
Yes, even
around.
the little things. So you're always, because you're writing down grateful things and you can't write down similar things as you have written down the last time, right? So you're really focusing on what blessings do you have, and that's a good thing, right? Because now your mind is trained to only look for
Good
what?
things.
For blessings. So when when you're only focused on blessings, sometimes you don't even notice the problems. Right? How about you, Jack? Anong effect ng writing gratitude journal?
Yeah, that's actually what it does. It makes us more grateful for the littlest things that we have. It, as
And
mom
you
always
can
says,
continue.
she always says that it opens the floodgates of heaven.
Yes.
It makes you more grateful for. I mean, because when it comes to people, they always try to be grateful for the biggest things, like only the biggest blessings I should feel grateful for, like
Yeah, big.
Car.
Yeah.
like a car, a house,
And
but they're forgetting to be grateful for the littlest things, something like
Water.
electricity, water, being alive today.
Yes. Alright. What else, Adi? What other ways? So, yun na. And then we do our meditation, right? Okay, the meditation naman, kasi it's important for the kids to know this because our mind is always busy. It has like thousands thoughts every single time. So when you try to pray, and when you pray, di ba sabi nila, when you pray, you have to also listen. How can you listen when your mind is so active? You can't even listen to what God is telling you. And that's why you need to calm down and meditate. So when you meditate, you're just focusing on your breath and listening to the message, of God when you're praying. So we also have meditations, and we teach this to our children so that when they're already older and they're there on their own, and we're not there beside them, they know what to do. All they need to do is what? When there are troubles, when you have problems, what do you do? What do you need to do?
Pray to God.
Exactly. Just pray. Be silent because where is God? Where's God, Jake? Yes, God is within you. Every one of us, God is within us. So all you need to do is just be calm and be silent and pray. So that's what meditation does for these kids. And it helps them calm down. And again, it's about the emanating vibration, good positive vibration all the time, because that's what attracts. It's not really our words, but the vibration that we send out to the universe or to, we have this. Everything is energy. We are energy. And if you are emanating, if there's like a bad energy emanating from you, you'll attract more of that to you. So in our case, as a family, we always want to just be positive in everything. And another thing that we do, now that they're all grown, now that they can already serve, we serve in church, right? Like these two boys, you're now part of
The CTK ministry.
Altar boys.
Altar Boys.
Yay!
Actually, late na nga. But as you know, yun lang yung time. Nagkaroon na ng time. So now
It's
they're...
not too late to serve.
Yes.
Serve.
Si Kuya kasi started when he was younger pa eh. Than,
13?
17 and they're 18. So a little bit too late. But that's still fine because now you have the time to really serve.
We
and-
serve every Sunday. So
And the
that's-
thing is, now you're more attuned to the Mass, right? Mass has a deeper meaning for you. So when you serve, mas mafe-feel nyo yan. Right? And si Kuya naman, he's serving as
I'm part of the media team, the social communications ministry in
both
CTK
CTK and ICP. Yes. And for Jamie, are you serving in church?
She's not.
Wala. Not yet.
You will serve as the collector.
Sure, why not?
Kami naman, we went back to Couples for Christ kasi yung Couples for Christ namin dati naging inactive na. So we had to look for a new group and thankfully, we were put in a group na active. So naka 5 meetings na tayo, no? And it's an active group. So now we have a new couples group. Yan. What else? Anything else that you'd like to say, guys? How about what you would like to, influence them with?
Try out daily mass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Closer to God.
Well, not daily mass. Just try going to mass like not on a Sunday.
Oh yeah,
Like-
and one more
Like
thing.
add.
See what's different between Sunday masses and masses on the weekdays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one more thing, when we started doing everyday mass, we were getting more blessed. Like there are a lot of
True.
blessings that happen during the week.
Right.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
there was this one thing that we were praying for years. And when we started our daily mass, on the 3rd Sunday of January, we were able to manifest the dream that we have been praying for. So I think talagang it's really you getting closer to God because that's where blessings are.
Yeah.
You go closer to the source of the blessings, right? And then you'll be blessed. And again, the blessings would be every little thing. You don't count just the big thing, like you want a new car, a house, a promotion. No, it's every little thing. And every day that you are alive, it's a blessing. And every day that you are healthy, it's a blessing. Your parents are alive, siblings, family, everyone is alive in your family. Life is a blessing. So, and even if you're sick, a little sick, it's okay as long as you're alive. Because life is short. And we just want that our family be a source of inspiration for other people. If you can do it with 5 children, you can too, right? I mean, again, our secret of our success, one of the secrets of our success is really time. Yeah, it's time. Why? Because now we have time. We have time to hear mass. We have time to sit down with our family, discuss things. We have time. So thank you kay Sun Life because Sun Life really is a career that gives you freedom of time. And when I say freedom of time, it's not like you're there doing Zoom or doing clients and you're supposed to report from certain hours, like 8 to 5 or 9 to 6. No, not like that. It's really freedom of time. We choose our time to work, we choose our time to be with our family, and that's why we were able to do this as a family, and it's a good thing. Thank you, Lord, for Sun Life. Thank you for the freedom of time. So we're encouraging other families, those who are just staying at home or wanting to work from home. Maybe you'd like to explore the career of Sun Life too, because it really does give freedom of time, and you'd have the. I think this is more of a luxury when you come to think about it. This is wealth in itself, being with your family all the time, being able to talk to them, bring them to school, or do activities with them all the time just because you have the freedom. Right? What can you say, Dad? What's your daddy?
Yeah, so yung mga our practices, daily practices like daily mass, LOA discussion, gratitude journal, church service. These are all practices na it brings really is an acknowledgement that there is God and you want to grow closer to God. And these practices really help us grow spiritually and closer to our goal, of which is syempre getting closer to God. And yung mga blessings, yung mga grace that we receive, those are just mga bonus.
Bonuses.
Kasi if you grow closer to God, you cannot help it but receive blessings also.
Yeah.
Kasi that's the
I
consequences
think
of being
everyone
closer
naman
to
receives
goodness.
blessings. I think
No,
everyone.
because there are people who don't want to receive blessings. Diba?
Right?
They want to receive goodness but they do bad things.
Alright.
So that's a rejection of the grace of God, of the
Okay.
blessing. Yeah. So for us, we want to go to God, and as we doing that, we are receiving His blessings.
So
Mm.
And it's not, it's far from being religious.
Mhm.
Religiosity is different from being spiritual. So in our case, yes, we have a religion, the Catholic faith, but it's more than just, sinasabi nila na worshiping idols or
It
anything.
is, yeah.
It's not that.
It is our acknowledgement as a family. We acknowledge that there is the highest good, which is God, and we want that goodness. And as we grow closer to God through our practices, we will receive in mga blessings.
Yes.
So, thank you guys for watching. Please join us next time on another episode of It's Time.
Family
Family
Matters.
Matters.
Thanks so much for joining us. Bye.